Welcome back. Today we have another subscriber request, this time to deal with power imbalances and your well-being. Navigating power imbalances, whether at work or perhaps in rental situations, can deeply affect how we feel, and we recognize that these are just part of life. However, at work, pressure to impress, fear of criticism, and feeling out of control can lead to a loss of satisfaction and more stress. And in rentals, feeling unheard about your living conditions can cause frustration and helplessness. In any power imbalance, protecting your mental well-being becomes important. So let's be clear about the problem. The psychological consequences of power dynamics are well studied and have identified a range of negative aspects, including emotional impact. Powerlessness often leads to feelings of frustration, helplessness, and anxiety. These can contribute to mood disturbances like increased irritability, sadness, or anger. Stress response. Persistent feelings of powerlessness typically trigger elevated levels of stress hormones like cortisol and are linked to a range of negative health outcomes, including weakened immune function, weight gain, and health disorders. Loss of control. When individuals feel powerless, they may perceive a lack of control over their circumstances and outcomes. This can erode self-esteem and confidence, leading to self-doubt and diminished motivation to take action in future. Reduced resilience. Powerlessness can undermine individuals' ability to cope with challenges and setbacks. It can have impact on relationships. Feeling powerless can spill over and manifest as difficulty in asserting boundaries, a fear of conflict, and a tendency to avoid confrontation. This can strain personal relationships and lead to feelings of resentment. Workplace effects. It's no surprise employees can feel demotivated and undervalued, impact on productivity and overall morale. So, power imbalances can be a real problem. Let's look at what we can do. Research supports several strategies for such challenging situations. First of all, set boundaries where you can. Clearly define and enforce personal boundaries to prevent excessive intrusion or exploitation. This may involve limiting work hours, communication channels, or interactions. Seek support. Build a support network of friends, family, or colleagues who can provide emotional support and perspective. Professional support from therapists or counselors can also be beneficial. Focus on self-care. Prioritize self-care activities like exercise, relaxation techniques, hobbies, mindfulness practices, anything that for you helps reduce stress and maintain mental well-being. Practice assertiveness. Get help to develop assertiveness skills to communicate effectively, set limits, and express concerns or grievances assertively but respectfully. This can help in managing interactions with difficult individuals. This next part is critical. Document your interactions. Keep a record of interactions, communications, and incidents with the toxic manager or landlord. This documentation can be valuable if formal action becomes necessary. Explore alternatives. Evaluate options such as transferring to a different team or seeking alternative housing arrangements if your situation becomes untenable. Explore legal remedies or mediation services for addressing grievances. Maintain perspective. Remember that the behavior of toxic individuals is quite often a reflection of their issues rather than a reflection of your worth or capabilities. Focus on maintaining a positive self-image and perspective. Practice emotional detachment. Use strategies like reframing to emotionally detach from the negativity and toxicity of the situation. This may also involve letting go of unrealistic expectations. Engage in positive activities. Engage in activities that bring you joy, fulfillment, a sense of accomplishment outside of the situation. And consider practical exit strategies. If the situation remains untenable despite your efforts to cope, consider long-term exit strategies such as finding a new job or relocating to a different living situation. So let's recap. The issue is quite often theirs, not yours. Let's be honest about this. Bad or manipulative behavior on the part of others isn't likely to be new for them, specifically about you, or arise from a lack of awareness on their part. Be realistic about the likelihood that things will change. Sometimes it's hard to accept why we should go through the challenges and perhaps costs of a change to make things better. But it's essential to be realistic. After all, you're probably the one paying the price right now. So prioritize your well-being and happiness. Putting our overall well-being first can often lead to positive changes, and it's not unusual to look back afterwards and wish we'd acted sooner. Focus upon the things over which you do have control. Assess, perhaps with the help of friends and family, what is within your scope of control and what isn't. Protect yourself. Do not take on another's issues or perspectives as your own. Assess, choose, act. Don't get caught up in long cycles of deliberation. Being put in a bad position can be someone else's fault. Staying there is often a matter of choice. Action is taking back the power. As always, if you can see how this information could help you or someone you care about, please hit like, hit the bell to be notified when we post new content, and subscribe to our channel for more top tips. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.